All right, guys, about 45 seconds. We'll get rolling. Good morning, everybody. "30 seconds, we'll roll it out. "10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's take it out, guys. Coach Jim here, Tower 26. 15-minute grinders. And get some good muscular work on this one. So let's take this 5-minute easy build. Stay nice and light on those legs. We'll get some high cadence pickups following this warm up. Getting some big gear work. And you're going to get off the bike after this one feeling some chub rub. You know what I'm talking about? Chub rub between the legs. Your thighs and your glutes and your quads are going to be bulging. So, not a bad thing when we talk about chub rub here, Greenwich. Huh? Righty then. All right. So, December already, 2022, just around the corner. You can see more and more of this big gear work, more and more of this resiliency work like we've been hitting the last 2 weeks. So every workout, that's going to be main focus of the main set is going to be big gear work of varying intensity. Still throw some high cadence, some sprints in there just to loosen those legs up. But for the most part, we're going to be working that resiliency. And the ability to put some power into those pedals, which we all need. The Kinta 70 or Indian Wells 70.3 this weekend. We have a bunch of athletes going out there racing. In Florida 70.3 is next weekend. So still a few races on the calendar. So if you are racing, feel it out. Remember, race day is Sunday. It's not today. The rest of us, let's really focus on driving that big gear and making the gains, getting out of your comfort zone. A lot of us might like the higher cadence stuff and shy away from the low cadence big gear effort. We need to make sure we're working our weaknesses, especially this time of year. Goes for you, Manzo. Yeah. So I had a good conversation with Fernando yesterday. Just telling me how he came over, showing me some flooring, flooring company. Looking at my feet, he was telling me how perfect my feet are. It sounds weird between two men talking about perfect feet. Oh, he's unmuted, by the way. Fernando, you want to tell him how perfect my feet are? He's not going to say anything. But we were talking, and he was saying that he has in the bottom of his shoes, I'm sure he doesn't mind me sharing, indentions where his toe is, because his toes are so gripped and tense. While he's riding. And he had some plantar issues this past fall. And the PT is relating that to his inability to relax his toes, just from a mechanical standpoint, nothing on his end, but something he's got to work on is flexibility in his toes and the ability to relax those toes and not grip the bottom of the shoe as he's riding. So I just tell you guys, wiggle those toes, relax those toes, keep the tension out of that foot, allow that foot to move in the direction it should move, as opposed to tensing up and trying to force it in a direction it might not be meant to go. So as we're pushing this big gear work, and I'm telling you to focus on your knees, You always have to keep reminding yourself, keep that lower leg relaxed, wiggle your toes. And that's going to keep that lower leg, foot, ankle, plantar moving the way it should be moving based on your specific body. Keep you injury free. Got 20 seconds left here in our easy build. We're gonna back it down for 2 minutes. Just flush it out. Should be at a 4 to 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Now we're gonna back it down to a 1 to 2. Very easy. 2, 1, back it down. Nice and easy, guys. So we can tell you on this next one, it's gonna tell you do the one-legged pedaling. We're gonna go to high cadence instead. So it's 4 times through, a minute on, minute off. Each minute on effort, we're gonna increase that cadence 5 to 10 RPM. So we're really gonna work that lower leg relaxation like I was talking about. Wiggle your toes, relax that foot, relax those toes. And let that knee drive control the foot speed, the leg speed. But recognize if you're trying to grip the bottom of the shoe with those toes, that's not helping you. It's going to lead to foot pain, ankle pain, Achilles, shin. So because I'm making a last minute switch to move from the one-legged pedaling to high cadence, the first minute is just relaxed. And then the second minute, we'll pick it up and hit our high cadence effort. But don't pay attention to the screen, don't pay attention to Zwift. It's gonna tell you to do one-legged pedaling. So keep it right here for another minute. Keep it nice and relaxed. Set the tone by focusing on your knees. Connor said he set his alarm for 5 p.m., not 5 a.m. Hey, he's still here. Funny, this morning I woke up. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I ran into the door, my bedroom. Like sleepwalk. I've never done that before. Walking out of my room, boom. Punch in the face. You guys are working me too hard, too tired. So at least you didn't do that, Connor. Connor, good to see you back, buddy. Miss that smiling face. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. We're gonna bring the cadence up. Just keep it in the 90 to 100 range for the first one. Nothing too crazy. Let's pick it up. The effort's gonna come up slightly, very, very slightly. 55%. 2, 1, bring it up. You still feel very easy, resistance-wise. That's what I want, because I don't want you guys bouncing in the saddle. I want you bringing your weight back and controlling everything with those knees. So cadence is just in that 90 to 100. And each round we're gonna up it, so don't blow it out yet. Ten seconds. 2, 1, and spin it out. Got some swelling in that leg, Connor? Connor was in the hospital for a few days. He had cellulitis in his lower leg, in his leg. Where's the calf area? Infected cut. But he's back. Huh? Yeah, he's signaling. Yeah. He's all right now. But it's worried about you, buddy. Maybe I can make it through. I knew you could. Yeah, we cut that leg off just to join us today. Get me out of here. I got to join the Thursday ride. Take it off. Sir, we don't need to take it off. I don't care. Take it off. I need to get on the ride. He's got a Swiss Army knife, sawing his leg off. All right, let's bring it up. 95 to 100. Same effort. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So like I said, wiggle your toes, relax your calf. You're not gripping the bottom of that shoe. Now I want you to consciously add a couple RPMs, but you do it by driving the knees a little quicker. Come on. Little faster. Don't think about anything but how fast you're cranking those knees. Keep your hip flexors relaxed. Don't yank the pedals. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, I got a bone to pick with you guys, by the way. All these people posting their top 5 podcasts from Spotify. When you guys posted our podcast? Nobody's listening? What the hell, Emily? See, I saw one guy post it. Triathlon Taryn was his number of like 4 podcasts he listens to. Like, who the hell is listening to that guy? He thinks he's Tim Ferriss of triathlon. Come on, get a life, buddy. I'm saying that because I know Branch is going to go back and Tweety Bird to him. I love Taryn, you know that. All right, 10 seconds. Here we go. 10, 100 to 110, same effort. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bring that cadence up, guys. You should be close to 110 by now. We're warming up. We're feeling good. It just still feels foreign at the higher cadence. Just stick with it. That body does loosen up and learn those pathways, but you can't give up on it. "30 seconds, keep it right there. Don't bounce in your saddle. Control yourself with good stability. That helps you engage the core slightly. Helps you control that body. Three, 2, 1. Yeah, Jordan said it would help if we posted more than 5 podcasts a year. That's why Emily's now part of our talent. She keeps us honest. She keeps us recording. Got another one today, actually. All right, last one coming up. We're going to blow it out. Amy Lau will probably hit like 150 on this one. So whatever you got, guys, I want you to hit your hardest maintainable or highest maintainable cadence, but you got to maintain it. Rick, you can't take it out at 170 and then come down to 80 by the end of the minute. Oh, Kuno's back for more. How can I pick on you today? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bring it up and maintain. As soon as you start to bounce, recognize that. Engage your core, melt deeper into your saddle. Keep the lower leg relaxed, wiggle your toes. Just because we're going fast doesn't mean you grip that shoe and try too hard. Granny, stop talking to Sarah and focus on high cadence. If anybody needs to focus, it's you. Let's go. The perennial 60 RPM girl. 10 seconds. 3, oh, sorry, 5, 3, 2, 1. Spin it out. 3 minutes, nice and easy. I was talking about actually texting with Connor last night. We were talking about goals because we were talking about goals last session at 2 p.m. call. He's talking about, I forget which book he was reading, but they also talk about it in Elite Minds. He's not setting end goals like a lot of my corporate junkies, my corporate people working corporate environments have the SMART goals. Can't tell you what SMART stands for, but it stands for something. But it's all about end goal. What's your end goal? Connor, don't get on my last nerve right now. We need to start focusing on process-oriented goals, session-to-session goals. Sure, we want to end goal. We want to think about where our result's going to be on race day, but what's going to get us there isn't thinking about that end result. It's making sure we're getting the best out of our training day in and day out and achieving the goals for that each individual workout, each individual day. So as soon as you start getting caught up, I mean, I got people doing St. George in May, already losing sleep over their end goal, how their performance is going to turn out in May. I got people doing it for Ironman California next October. You can't get caught up in that end goal. You got to just keep it day to day. Maybe your goal is to just complete every workout every day to the best of your ability on that given day. And if you're doing that and focusing on day to day as opposed to end goal, that end goal is going to be that much more attainable. So on this one, goal is low cadence. We're going to hold low cadence for 15 minutes. We're going to vary our effort. Effort's never going above 90%, well, maybe 92%, but not much above 90. We're going to take it out here in 5 seconds, 80% effort. Bring your cadence down. 60 to 70 RPM. If you need to warm into it, let's bring it down. 70 to 80. And over the course of this first 3 minutes, slow your feet down to 60 to 70. So we're in it now, guys. We're about 15 seconds in. I think I forgot to count it down for you guys, those of you guys that are not on Zwift. And that cadence is down. You're pretty much going to hold at this cadence for the next 15 minutes. Like I always tell you guys, the first couple minutes, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, might feel a little foreign. You're not warmed up to the feel yet. Stick with it. But on the theme of the workout, keep your lower leg relaxed. Wiggle your toes. Relax your calf. And drive that low cadence with those knees. With 80% effort, 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. You don't have cadence, count that left knee every time it pops up for 10 seconds. Multiply it by 6. You guys look at my cadence right now, it's a 60. So whatever you set the tone with in this minute, in this last 40 seconds, wherever you're at, I want you to try and keep it there for the remaining 12 minutes, despite the higher power coming. Power increases are pretty small.
Morning.
3 to 5%. But I don't want you going in the death spiral. So here in 10 seconds, we're gonna up it to 85%. Keep that cadence right there. 3, 2, 1. If you need to get out of the saddle every so often, just get a little momentum in those legs, just a little stretch, it's fine. Keep the weight back. And keep driving those knees, lower leg relaxed. So as the lower legs relax, let's focus on getting those glutes involved. Knees are straight up and down. That's your first cue. Now the ankle is relaxed, so it should be moving fluidly. Focus on driving the heel down in the front of the pedal stroke. Left leg, right leg. Look at your knees, don't let them knock into the top tube. If that's the case, too much stress on your adductors, too much stress on your hips. Focus on the left foot. Every time that heel drives down, count it out. Let's count it out for 50 pedal strokes on your left heel. 2, 1, let's go. All right, 5 seconds, we'll bring it up slightly, 88%. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, 89%. Keep the cadence right there. Now focus on that right heel. Drive it down for 50. 3, 2, 1. Count it out. Good. Now for the next minute, focus on left foot, right foot, heel down, working together. Momentum still coming from the knees. Just focus on where that foot is as you drive that pedal down. Heel down, left foot, right foot for a minute. Remind yourself, shake out the upper body, relax the shoulders, relax your traps. Wiggle your fingers, no death grip. All right, 10 seconds, we're going to go up to 90%. Look at your cadence, keep it right there. 3, 2, 1. It's about your Olympic distance race pace. Feel any tightness in those adductors, your knees are probably falling in a little bit. So if you feel it here, if you feel any tightness, your knees are probably slightly, and it doesn't have to be as drastic as coming all the way here, but they might just be coming in a little bit. Bring them out and get those glutes working when you bring those knees out a little bit. Take the stress off the adductors. But if you're doing it wrong and you're compensating, you're really going to feel it here in the latter stages of this 15 minutes. So it's totally natural as the power goes up and the torque increases to start yanking those pedals. You're still relaxing your hips, floating the knee up, floating the knee forward. Don't add any tension in the back of that pedal stroke as those glutes fatigue. Big relaxed breaths. Good neutral spine, you're not cranking that head up. Neutral spine, that core is going to be able to stay engaged as it should. Our last increase is coming in 30 seconds. We'll bring it up to 92%. Cadence stays right there. At the top of every minute, we're gonna stand for 20 seconds. When you stand, the weight's back, light resistance on the bars, still driving the knees, still dropping the heels, still relaxing the hips. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, out of the saddle. Keep those hips tucked under you. Don't let that pelvis tilt forward, creating a sway in your lower back. Hips are tucked under so the glutes can stay turned on. 3, 2, 1, back in the saddle. Keep that same cadence. And pay attention to that hip move, that hip placement, the hip position. Hips, knees, ankles, guys. Hips curled under you, knees straight up and down, ankles relaxed. Out of the saddle, 3, 2, 1. Keep the cadence low, very nice, guys. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, back in the saddle. Keep the same cadence. Keep the weight back. Don't let the weight move forward as you sit down. Because you don't have the weight of the body aiding in that pedal stroke, feels like the resistance is increased as you sit down. It's not, but you gotta recognize that and put a little more power in the pedals as you sit down. Out of the saddle one more time in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Feel those glutes working, hip flexors turned off, heels driving down, hips curled under. Back in the saddle, 2, 1. Stay on the pedals. All right, so the last minute, we're gonna spin it out high cadence at your threshold for 1 minute. So we're gonna flush the legs. In 10 seconds, let's start bringing your cadence up now. 5, 3, let's go, guys, hit it, come on. Move your feet, everything stays the same. Upper body's relaxed, hips are curled under you. Knees in alignment, driving the pedals. Wiggle your toe, relax your calf. Give me a little more momentum from those knees. A few more RPMs. Twenty seconds, keep it right there. Three, 2, 1, and spin it out. 3 minutes easy. Nice work, everybody. All right, round two, same thing. We up the initial efforts slightly. So instead of starting at 80%, we started 85%. And we go up from there. The cadence is still dialed in at that low effort. Remember, the higher we want to build when race season, race phase comes, the bigger foundation, bigger resilient foundation we need to build now. Like the skyscraper, the higher you want to go, the bigger foundation you need. Highest skyscraper that was Sears Tower in Chicago. I think it's been overtaken. Its foundation was 10 stories deep, 10 stories below the earth to go 110 stories up. Leaning Tower of Pisa, it's 3 meters deep. You know, we know what happened to that. You guys are my Sears Tower. Exactly. Emily worked in the Sears Tower. So she knows. The whole reason I had her work there is so she could do research on the foundation. She worked for Barclays, but she was in the basement all the time. I'm like, why are you always down there? So I go, Coach Jim said I need to measure the foundation. So she knows how much concrete is underneath to the cubic inch. Just so she's going to know how much muscle is in your legs, causing that chub rub to the millimeter. Everybody use a tape measure. And I want you to measure the width of your legs now. Send it to Emily. And then we'll measure again in January. All right, 5 seconds and start round two in 3, 2, 1. 85%. Cadence 60 to 70, bring it right back to where it was. Sure, that weight is back in the saddle. If you need a reminder as to how it should feel, sit up. Just let yourself melt into the saddle. Stabilize with the core. Then once you get that feel, back down into your riding position, keeping that weight back and that same feel. We worked heel down. We really focused on that last round. Then let's work on floating the knee up again. Keeping the lower leg relaxed. Float the knee straight up and forward, up and forward. Keeping that hip flexor relaxed. Left knee, left foot, right foot, left hip, right hip. No tension as that foot comes up. Let that heel down on the opposite side. Drive. Heel down, knee down, drive that momentum. Feel any tension in your calf? You're stressing, your toes are a little too stiff. Your ankle's a little too stiff. Your calf is not relaxed. Release it all. Recognize it. The tight calf on the bike could lead to a tough run. or will lead to a tough run. Here we're gonna come up to 87%. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Keep the cadence right there. When I first came to triathlon, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I would just get on my trainer for an hour, hour and a half, crank out low cadence straight for an hour and a half. Didn't have any data. All I had was a watch. And I had my ability to count cadence. And I would sit at 40 to 50 RPM, 40 to 50, like an hour and a half straight. I'm surprised I still have knees. Not the smartest thing to do, but I came out of that focus on big gear work. And when I would hit my high intensity intervals coming in the next phase, I just didn't tire. I just went one after another, after another, after another. My muscles didn't fatigue. I built that resiliency. I could go a little lower because I had so many years of playing ice hockey, which is such a posterior chain focused sport. So I'd already built up some of that muscle that a lot of us need to work on. So I go a little lower in the cadence and maintain it. Just because it doesn't feel right or not something we're going to be using on race day doesn't mean it's not going to be extremely beneficial in our overall progression as the machines I'm building you into. You keep that cadence right there. We're going to go up to 89% in about 30 seconds. Let's focus on that left hip, left knee floating up and forward, left foot relaxing. Count it out for 50 pedal strokes, 5, 0, 2, 1, count, go. We go up to 89% in 3, 2, 1. Stay on that left side. Good. So if you have any knee stiffness or knee pain, make sure that weight is back. Knees are straight up and down. But if you need to stand up every so often to stretch the knees out and reset that position, do it. Especially as those glutes fatigue. If you're not the strongest in the hindquarters, that weight's gonna start to move forward as you compensate and get tired. And it shows up in the knees. So keep those hips curled under. Keep your weight back. Keep your knees pressed out slightly. Drive the heel down. Let's focus on the right side. Float that knee up. Float it forward. Relax the hip flexor, relax the foot. 50 pedal strokes. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, guys. All right, 15 seconds, we go up to 90%. Very slight increase. Relax the upper body. Big deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. At the bottom of every minute, the 30, we're gonna stand for 20 seconds. Stretch those legs out, keep the engagement right where it's at, keep those hips curled under, drive the heels down, light weight on the front of the bars. 5, 3, 2, 1, out of the saddle, neutral spine. Good, keep it there for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, back in the saddle. Very nice, everybody. You're looking relaxed, you're looking stable. 5 seconds out of the saddle. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1, back in the saddle. Good. Wiggle those toes, relax your calf. Now's the time that starts to tense up. 3, 2, 1. Out of the saddle. Hips curled under. Keep those feet moving slow. Don't just jump on the pedals when we get out of the saddle. Sit down in 3, 2, 1. Stay on it, guys. Okay, we're gonna go up to 92% to finish this. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Up that effort slightly. Keep that cadence right there. In unison, left knee, right knee, floated up and floated forward. Relax the hip flexors. And keep that in mind as we get out of the saddle here in 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Float the knee up and forward. Relax your hips. 3, 2, 1. Back in the saddle. Good. Shouldn't feel anything in your knees. If so, reset your position, sit up, melt into the saddle, and then move back. Let's stand again here in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Five seconds. We're going to sit down in 3, 2, 1. Last minute here. Keep it perfect. Everything in alignment where it should be aligned. Everything relaxed where it should be relaxed. Still driving those glutes. Last time out of the saddle in 3, 2, 1. Let's sit down in 3, 2, 1. We're going to sprint it out for 1 minute at FTP, cadence 90 plus. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Hour of power, pace, cadence up. Come on. Keep everything feeling as it was feeling at the low cadence. Don't get ugly and compensate now. "30 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and spin it out. Easy for 1 minute. All right, next minute, we're going to bring it up to 105%. Cadence back to 90 plus. You got to keep everything perfect. Don't compensate and hurt yourself now. Your muscles are fatigued. Really easy to let the old habits kick in. Here we go. Bring the cadence up. 5 seconds. Let's hit it. 105%. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1 minute. "20 seconds, finish it off. Keep the calf relaxed, guys. Too easy to let that turn on. Try to work too hard. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and spin it out. Nice. All right, 115 coming up. 115%. You're not on a smart trainer. You're just holding your strongest maintainable effort for a minute. Cadence back to 90 plus. Sorry, 110%. 115 is next. 110 on this one. Then we finish with 115. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. Start bringing your cadence up now. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Come on, move your feet. Drive your knees. Drop the heel down. Unweight the foot up. Float that knee up. Float the knee forward. Keep it right there, guys. Hang on to that cadence. Hang on to that power. 20 seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1, and spin it out. Easy. 1 to go. All right, we're going to finish off 115%. Cadence 90 plus. You guys are doing great. Let's finish it off. Really quality session here. Ten seconds. Start moving your feet now. Let's take it 15 seconds at a time. 5, 3, 2, 1. Wiggle your toes. Relax your calf. Drive your knees. Relax your hips. Hips are curled under you. Knees straight up and down, if not pressed out slightly. 15 seconds in. Good, 30 to go. $15, come on guys. All the way to the line. Three, 2, 1, and spin it out. Very nice. Thanks, Sue. Sue loved the workout. That's success in my book. Good point. Greenwich is leading the Sunday ride. Tower 26 Sunday breakfast. So get on that. The sign up link is in your Training Peaks schedule. Don't wait till the last minute. Yeah. Puke bucket. Puke bucket. Greenwich, unmute. What do you have? What do you have for these guys Sunday?
Double L. Kidding. It'll be a surprise.
Be a surprise. All right.
I'm sending out the meetups today, so keep an eye out if you're signed up.
Yes. So sign up now so she doesn't have to do it last minute. All right. Thanks. Like Jordan did, wrote me 20 minutes before the start and asked if he could get in. Jordan, boo. But he still got in. You know, Coach Jim takes care of you. But this week I might have something else. I'll be on Indian Wells. I'm racing 70.3 with all the team up there. So I'm not going to be able to let you in, Jordan. So get on now so Megan can let you in and invite you. And if you can't, she can't invite you unless you follow her. So you got to follow Megan Granish on Zwift. Well, good work, guys. This is another one where you need to get on that recovery protein afterwards. We need to rebuild those muscles we just broke down. Like I said last time, when we do all the strength work, you're creating micro tears in the muscles and they grow back stronger. But you got to get aided a little bit with some recovery protein. So get on your protein recovery. There's a lot of big work to come in the next 2 months. So embrace it, enjoy it. And if you're not as strong as you like to be, don't let it deter you because it'll come around, but you got to stick with it, guys. You can't just give up on it now because I'm not good at strength riding. I'm just going to up the cadence and say, screw you, coach. Don't do it, guys. We're doing this to make you a stronger all-around athlete. And this is going to aid you in your biking and your running and your swimming as well. So stick with it. Don't get deterred if you're not the best at it. You know, it's all in fun, guys. Enjoy the day. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Everybody's racing. Good luck. You guys that aren't racing, give all your racers, your teammates some well wishes. And let's do it, guys. Good work. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.